Hi guys, today we're going to take a look at the best lightweight laptop on the market. I made this list based on my favorites, and I'm trying to help you find the right one for your needs. To see the up-to-date prices and more information about these excellent laptops, you can check out the link in the description below. Let's get started. Best overall, Dell XPS 9310. With eye-catching good looks and gorgeous display, and excellent build quality, the Dell XPS 13 is one of the finest ultrabooks on the market today. And the addition of a faster processor makes this upgraded version capable of resource-heavy tasks, such as Photoshop, video editing, and playing many AAA titles. This great laptop is a powerful processor from Intel's 11th generation Tiger Lake line, namely the Intel Core i7-1165G7. This laptop promises to offer better performance, better graphics, and longer battery life. The Dell XPS 13 is quite stunningly beautiful. This may sound like hyperbole, but hand on heart, this ultra-thin laptop has wow factor looks that are certainly on par with, say, a MacBook Pro. We'd wager some people will buy it for its aesthetic appeal alone. Take this into a meeting, and colleagues and clients will know you mean business. Constructed from 2 blocks of CNC-machined aluminum and imprinted with a stainless steel Dell logo, the slimline laptop is just 14.8 millimeters at its thickest, yet with a 1.27 kilogram weight. The Dell XPS 13 comes with a 13.4-inch full HD screen, which has a 16:10 aspect ratio. Best Apple MacBook Air. The new Apple MacBook Air with M1 took your idea of a MacBook Air and threw it in the recycling bin. Yes, it's still got the same iconic wedge aesthetic, but Apple Silicon makes it far more powerful and capable than ever before. Thus, a new era kicked off for the MacBook Air, one with pro-grade power that challenges Intel-based Windows PCs, and often beats them. As a prospective MacBook shopper myself, I'm happy to say that the new MacBook Air offers serious performance gains over its predecessor, and many more hours of battery life as well. This model has an 8-core CPU and 7-core GPU, 8 gigs of RAM, and 256 gigs of SSD. The M1 MacBook Air has 2 Thunderbolt 3 USB 4 ports, just like its Intel-based predecessor, plus a headphone jack on the side, which I pray Apple never removes. While its USB-C ports are both on the left side, the XPS 13 splits them between the right and the left sides, making it easier to connect devices on your right. Best 2-in-1 HP Spectre X360. The HP Spectre X360 presents a brilliant update on an already excellent laptop, bringing the latest Intel hardware to a stunningly designed 2-in-1 device. It can get a bit loud, and it's expensive, but it looks beautiful and offers brilliant battery life as well. Power and portability had been paired flawlessly in last year's HP Spectre X360 model, one of the most stunning devices I've experienced. The new model takes that and includes Intel Evo certification for an even better computing experience. Thanks to that coveted certification, the new HP Spectre meets specific requirements that ensure an improvement in performance and design. Not only does it boot up very quickly, but it can handle some casual gaming. Its battery life is excellent, showing that Windows 10 laptops can last as long as Chromebooks and MacBooks on a single charge, managing to hit almost 13 hours on battery life test. The HP Spectre X360 is elegant, powerful, and more than a worthy successor, deserving to be considered a flagship computer. And it has taken the laptop line to new heights. It offers an Intel Core i7-1165G7 processor. It's got a quad-core unit that can achieve boost speeds up to 4.70 GHz, which marks a decent leap over the Intel Core i7-1065G7, the previous generation CPU included in last year's model. Best value, Asus ZenBook 13. The Asus ZenBook 13 OLED delivers excellent value, outstanding performance, remarkable battery life, and a beautiful OLED screen. The Asus ZenBook 13 OLED is easy to carry and looks good on a desk. weighing in at a trim 2.5 pounds and measuring just 11.98 by 7.99 by 0.55 inches. It's gray and matte all over except the lid, which wears a fingerprint-attracting spun metal finish replete with an offset Asus logo. Open up the laptop and you're greeted with a beautiful 1080p OLED display, surrounded by nice thin 4.4mm bezels on either side. The top and bottom bezels are a little thicker, but they're still small enough that it's easy to forget about them when you're caught up in whatever is happening on the screen. With Intel Core i7-1165G7 processor, 2.8 GHz, your laptop can work with ease. The 13.3-inch 1080p OLED display is one of the major selling points of this ZenBook, and in person it looks friendly and vibrant. The Asus ZenBook 13 OLED sports a pretty good array of ports for a 13-inch ultra-portable, with one caveat: there's no headphone jack. There is a USB-C to 3.5mm adapter packed in the back of the laptop. However, you can still use wired headphones if you're willing to sacrifice the use of one USB-C port. Best business: Lenovo ThinkPad X1 Carbon Gen 9. Lenovo's ThinkPad X1 Carbon makes clever changes to move a winning business laptop to the brink of perfection. The 9th gen model Lenovo brings some of the most meaningful changes in years, highlighted by a taller 1610 display, a larger battery, and 11th gen Intel processors. One is better than two in this case. Lenovo opted for a single bar style hinge to replace the dual hinges on previous models. It feels sturdy, like the rest of the laptop, and hides the essential antennas within. The X1 Carbon has modern security amenities to keep your data protected and making logging in the system a breeze. For a hands-free experience, an optional IR camera uses facial recognition via Windows Hello. With a mix of modern and legacy ports, the X1 Carbon shelters you from the dongle life. I still reminisce about the SD card slot days, but then who am I to complain about a razor-thin laptop with such a wide assortment of ports? Now let's get into it. A US 3.2 Type A port, a headphone jack, and a Kensington lock slot are on the right side. Flip the X1 Carbon around and you'll find two Thunderbolt 4 ports, a second USB 3.2 Type A input, and an HDMI 2.0 port. And the X1 Carbon Gen 9 gets its horsepower from an Intel 11th generation Core i7-1165G7 CPU and 16 GB of RAM up to a whopping 32 GB.
Thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, then hit the like button and subscribe to our channel if you loved it. Take a moment to hit the bell icon so you'll get notified of all our new latest uploads.